I want to walk through setting up your files and your folders for your final project and downloading the data to get you started on the right foot. So I am in my GIS151 folder, and I'm going to create a new folder called, and my initials is good enough. So now I have a folder, and I'm going to create inside this a data folder. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to open up the Oregon Geospatial Data Clearinghouse, and as I said in class, I really like the alpha list, so I'm going to go there, and I want to do an Oregon scale map, so I'm going to see if they have anything for just the state boundaries. Aha, they do. So I'm going to collect, I don't want Washington, I just want Oregon. So I'm going to select the shapefile, and as you guys pointed out beautifully, these are polygons, so I'm going to select that. And on my computer, these are set to download in my downloads. In class, they download into the on the desktop. So I can open up and just drag this into my project folder, and there's the state boundaries, and I'm going to unzip this, extract here, and what I'll see here now is the indexing file, the shape file, the projection, and the attribute data. So I've got everything I need to look at that file. And let me find something else. I could get, let me see if there's schools. I'm going to grab the school geodatabase. So I'm going to take that. And usually if I have a geodatabase, what I'm looking at are many features. So the state boundary is just one feature. This will probably have multiple features in that. So let me move this down again. I'm going to open this up, and I need to go back one because I want to make sure I put it in the root directory here. Come on. My computer. Sometimes when I run this screen capture software, things get really goofy. Okay, so that should have downloaded, and I'm just going to drag it into that folder. And you can see I made a mistake. It didn't go into the data folder, so I'm going to move that in there before I extract it. And now I can extract that as well. And I'm going to get a geodatabase that if I open it is not going to make a lot of sense to me. Once I look at it in our catalog, it will look like the data I'm used to seeing. Okay, so now I can launch ArcMap. And I want to start with a new map. So you'll get an option with when you open your map, and I want to yeah, I'm just going to start with a new map. Okay, so here's my new map, and then the first thing I'm going to do is open up our catalog and navigate to my data and just take a look at it. So I'm going to make a folder connection, and at home my data is on the H drive, so I'm just going to make a connection to the root of the H drive, and that way I can expand this and go into any folder or subfolder that I have that I want to look at. Means a lot more kind of clicking and drilling down, but sometimes it makes life a little bit easier. So here I am, and there's my final, and there's my project data, and so I see state boundaries, and if I open up the geodatabase, I've got school-based, there's a lot of data in here, and some tables, some point files, some polygons, so I've got a lot of information. on my map. So I'm going to go ahead and close the Art Catalog here. If I want it back again, it's under Windows, Catalog. So now I'm going to add some data, and my folder connection should probably still be there, so I can go back through this little process. And here we go. And I'm going to start out just adding the school data, or I mean the state boundaries. So ArcMap will take the projection of the first layer that you add to your data. So the projection for this map right now is set to Lambert conformal conic, which is a perfect projection for the state of Oregon. And I'm going to say OK there. And then I'm going to add one of my other features from the geodatabase. And maybe we could do unified school districts, high schools, elementaries. I don't know. Let's do education service districts. Okay, so those look a lot like counties to me. Interesting. So I'm going to look at the attributes for this. Nope, because some of the counties, okay, so some of the counties are combined into one education service district. It's always a good idea to open up the data and kind of take a look at what you have. I can add one of my other layers. Oh, really? How come? That's so funny. Classes, GIS classes. Let's do boundaries for middle schools. I like that. Okay, so there you go. I actually have no idea what that's about, but there they are. So I've got school names, middle school IDs, and the area of those schools. This would be a nice thing if I wanted to clip these or intersect these with the census data. I could get number of kids per each of these school attendance areas. That's something I don't have right now. So anyway, there's my two data layers that I've added. I'm going to remove that one. And then what I want to do is save this map document, MXD, inside my computer folder. So we're going to go back through this process. 151, labs, fall 13. Okay, I don't want the MXD in with the data. The MXD by convention is outside my data. So Songer, final MXD, and save that. Seriously? Okay. I love this. I love ArcMap. Let's go computer. I'm having a little trouble with my flash drive, which could be what's going on here. Okay. Fall 13. I don't know what happened, but it saved just fine. And I can tell that because, oh, I could learn to save my name correctly. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do that again. File, save as, SONGER, save, and then I'm going to actually get rid of that weird one. Okay, so I have my folder up. I have my two data layers in here, and I want to make sure that I go into File, Map Document Properties, and Store Relative Pathways. Okay, and then save that, and close it. So when you're done with the project, when I open your final project folder, I should see something like this. I should see one MXD, and I should be able to open this and see all of your data, your original zip folders and then your uncompressed folders. When you turn this in to me, you're going to go, let me go back. You should be able to copy this entire folder, and I'm just going to paste and put it on the desktop. So you're going to be able to copy it and put it in on a flash drive for me. And when I open your project, so now you can see that the location is much different. I should be able to open this file and everything is connected. And if I go to the list by source, I can see that this file is in the project data folder. This file's in the project data folder, but it's in a geodatabase. So I should be able to see all of that information. So that'll get you started getting the data and getting your map together. One last thing, sometimes people close their table of contents and it's really difficult to find unless you go to Window and just click Table of Contents again. Again, if I wanted to look at Art Catalog, I can choose Art Catalog. And this is a great way to make sure that my data is saved in the right place. So one last thing, if I were to, let's select something from the attribute table here. I'm just going to select all of the middle schools that start with the letter A. So there they are. I've highlighted them. And if we look at ArcMap, oh come on ArcMap, you'll see that those are the ones that are selected. For some reason, that's all I want to study. I'm going to export this data, and here's a common mistake people make. They go here and they choose Save. And you can put that on the map now, and now I just have those areas. But when you go to Art Catalog, what you're going to see is you're going to see a piece of data that's not in the data folder. It's got a weird name called Export Output, so I'm not going to remember what that's about. And so it wasn't exported correctly. And then when I open up my data folder, you can see how messy that can get. Well, I hope that helps you get started.